Welcome back. Well, we have an unboxing in store for you today. Actually, two unboxings. But I decided I need to do them a little differently than I've been doing them in the past. In the past, I've been sitting in front of the camera, taking stuff out of boxes, and a bad cat has been helping. Well, actually, helping himself is more like it, because he's been playing with the bubble wrap, knocking the boxes over, inspecting the china. So I thought, I'm just going to bring it all into my bedroom, put it all out on the bed, and that way he can't hurt himself. Well, he can, but it's less likely that he'll hurt himself and less likely that he'll break anything. So, I don't know. Mixed success, as you will see. So, when we come back, well, one of the other advantages, at least I thought it was an advantage, to doing the unboxings with my little portable camera as opposed to the bigger setup, is because I have better control of the lighting. In other words, I can readjust the camera. I thought it might be a little easier for you to make out the details on the things that I'm showing you. So, take a look. Let me know if this is easier for you folks. We can do it this way from now on. If you want to go back to, box on the chair and just undoing it here with Audie wailing in the background. By the way, he is wandering around and he has been wailing. So just heads up on that. So let me know if this is a format that works a little better for you in terms of your ability to see the finer details of these items. So let's take a look. We are doing some unboxings today. We're doing this a little different. This is my bed. This right here is a sheet that I throw over my bed to allow a bad cat to come in here and play. And that's part of the reason we are unboxing on the bed, because a bad cat loves to play with the boxes and the bubble wrap and frankly anything else he can get his hands on. And it's going to be so much easier for all of us if he does it right here on the bed. So let's start with box number 1. Okay, I am going to unwrap the bubbly wrap stuff and show you what's in here. So, let's take a peek. Let's start off with this. As you can see, there was a little accident in transit. It's unfortunate. This is, by the way, almost everything here is from Japan. These are Japanese pieces, very similar to geisha ware, only the pattern, as you can see, is generally flowers in this particular type, but they're extremely similar to geisha ware, same style, same period, and in general, the same history. They would be acquired as souvenirs in Japan, sometimes even a complete set of china like this, and then shipped back to the US. So I'm sorry the piece was lost, but I'm glad that there's enough of it to show it to you. This little beauty is a Noritake piece. Very nice. It's marked, of course. Now, a piece like this, It's probably a candy dish. These were extremely popular pieces for setting out on a sideboard or a table, even like an end table in the living room, throwing some candy in it, yum yum, but you're showing off the beauty of the piece. It's Noritake, so the paint job is fabulous on this. This is a lusterware candy dish. We can tell it's a candy dish because it has these little cutout handles. Pretty piece, very typical of the style, very good condition. A lot of times these pieces got hard use, and so the condition wasn't always fabulous. This is Yamada. Lusterware pieces. These were very often done in sets. So you might get a set of 8 or 12 bowls, each bowl with a different style of flower on it. So we'd have these, I don't know what these are, but then, you know, you'd have roses and violets, and they would be a set, although every plate would be different. Rather similar to some bird plates I'm going to show you. This, and there are 2 of these. These are Mieto, and they are not saucers. They don't have the indentation. They are bread and butter plates. Mieto worked with this Noritake pattern a lot. The Mieto company was founded by a couple of the artisans from Noritake. Consequently, they brought over the same designs. After all, it was their designs. And the quality of the work is really good. So I love Mieto pieces. When I see pieces like this, yes, Noritake is wonderful, but Mieto, frankly, is even better because it was the very best Noritake artists that broke off to form Mieto. Now these are saucers, and there are 3 of them here. Wonderful little bird designs, all 3 different. Those are terrific. Those are probably going to make wonderful little tidbit tray pieces. Very, very nice. And now let's take a look at this. There are 2 of these plates, French, and these are hand painted, so the blank was made in France. Then it was painted by someone here in the U.S. In fact, it's marked Ohio, so we know it was painted very nearby. And of course, the box came from Colleen. Colleen lives in Ohio. So just some really sweet little hand-painted salad plates. I like these hand-painted pieces. Now, these are not, I'm not going to say they're not great. Some of them are outstanding. These are not outstanding pieces. But I love the fact that these were just housewives, schoolgirls. It was women. Invariably, it was women. So this is women's art, but untrained women's art. So it's one of the reasons I really adore these pieces. So, unfortunately, we had the breakage. I have a cat crawling around my toes, dying to get up here and see what he can see. And I'm going to pack these things away and break out another box. Well, we're going to see what's in the next box. We have help this time. Yeah, I know. So, scoot. All right, I'm going to move a cat, and we're going to see what's in the next box. Well, some really fabulous pieces came out of this box. This is a cake plate, Japan lusterware. Of course, you can see as I tip it in the light that we have a terrific iridescence. This, let me see if I can get that. This is that oil slick lusterware. Now, this is a Japan piece. The Germans and the Czechs and the cat's back. All right, well, we're going to push forward and see how well we make out. The Germans and the Czechs do this oil slick lusterware particularly well. Better than the Japanese, frankly. Oh, and the cat's in the box. But this is a really nice one. It almost looks like cracked ice. All right. Okay, hang on. Cat emergence. Yeah, I'm not sure what he was up to, but it had to stop. Anyway, as I was saying, this one looks like cracked ice. Really nice. And of course, we have this wonderful, I'm going to call that slate blue, with the black and white, the very heavy gilding. This is a gorgeous cake plate. Again, as I said, Japan. So let's set that aside, take a look at this. Now, this is Nippon. Where's our mark? Well, it's there somewhere. And this is from that period we spoke about, the 1920s. Art Deco, when Egypt mania was just a huge thing. Now, if you'll recall, I redid an Egyptian Art Deco lamp recently. Well, this is another piece from the same era, the same aesthetic. It's hard for us to imagine what a superstar King Tut was in the 1920s. When that tomb was excavated, that was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Everyone was getting all wrapped up in it. And this is a piece from that period. So, very, very sweet piece. Now, these are German. Two reticulated pieces. And note, the reticulation patterns are quite different, but the floral designs are identical. So, what we have here, I'm thinking, is probably the makings of a Tidbit tray. Very nice pieces. I like to use reticulated pieces in Tidbit trays. I think it gives them a lot of interest. It's so rare to get two reticulated pieces that are different but in the same pattern, and then, of course, with a different design in the reticulation, which I like because I'm not crazy about matchy-matchy anything. So that was a particularly nice find for Colleen. Well, which of course is a nice find for me now. It's wonderful when you don't have to do anything and it just falls in your lap. This is a very sweet little Nippon piece. Absolutely 19th century. You can usually tell this interesting little gilded sort of etching, really, of a flower. It's very common in the 19th century Nippon pieces, and we can see the colors are great here. It's a sweet little piece. The gilding is worn on the edges, which I suppose is to be expected for something that's got to be at least, 120, 130 years old. Nice, nice piece. And this one is just Japan blue lusterware, but let me see if I can alter the angle so you can see the design. We have a wonderful little bird and what I'm assuming are roses, although they seem to be on a tree. Tree rose, who knows what those flowers are? Yeah, anyway, the bird is the real star of the show. Just a sweet little Japanese bread and butter lusterware plate. Now this is German, this wonderful reticulated basket. It was probably intended to hold vegetables or something like that at a dinner table when it was made. We are looking at an antique piece, definitely. Beautiful pattern on this. Just the colors are great. Orange, blue, green, yellow, pink. Just, I mean, it's like a little kid dropped a crayon box on it. And they're still really vibrant, which is remarkable given their age. And then look at this. This is another Mieto piece. And we pulled a couple of Mieto pieces out of the last box, but let me show you. This one is a little larger, and see, slightly different. Nevertheless, you can absolutely see the similarities in the design. The classic Noritake pattern, tree with water, and usually there's a shack. But in this case, no shack. So who knows where the shack has gone. Typical Noritake design. They look very, very nice together. So now I have a cat back at my feet, so I need to pack this stuff up very quickly before he comes back on the bed and helps himself to one of these boxes. So let's take a look at the real stars of these two packages. First of all, this gorgeous lusterware cake plate. This is just wonderful. Beautiful Art Deco touches. This great oil slick lusterware. This is our German reticulated dish, probably a vegetable dish. Antique piece. We are definitely talking 100 years old here, but still so contemporary looking. Again, one of our stars. And then this one, and this is the Nippon piece from the first box. Here, I don't think I showed you this. It's a footed dish. Beautiful little candy or whatever dish. Let's see if we can get in and take a close look. These floral patterns. Gorgeous, again, antique piece. Really nice. So I would have to say, those three are the gems. Now, Colleen sent 2 more boxes, and we will crack them open tomorrow, assuming a bad cat lets us. So, that's it for these 2 boxes. So yes, I did eventually get Audie out of the boxes. Frankly, I bribed him with cat treats until I could put him on the sofa and he would pass out in a little food coma. But that was the trick. Yes, he was very interested in everything that was going on. I left one of the boxes out for him so he doesn't feel really deprived. He got his cat treats. Life is semi-good for a little cat. Well, let me explain how I ended up getting all these goodies in the first place. Colleen Staver, and you probably know her from the Sumi's Angels, has had a large storage space. It was her family's large storage space. And they needed to release it. I believe they sold the building. So stuff had to come out. So I was the beneficiary of some of the overflow. This is great because it's just like shopping, only it doesn't cost anything. Wow. So eventually, most of this stuff is just going straight into my Etsy shop for the benefit of the schoolhouse. But a lot of you have written in asking what's going on with the Etsy shop. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to give you a bit of an explanation. The bank card I use for Etsy, and those of you who deal with Etsy know you have to give them a bank card so they can credit money or take money back, handle shipping, whatever. Money changes hands, and a bank card is how they do it. Well, my bank card got hacked, and it was just the one that was associated with Etsy. So I thought the best thing to do was just let the dust settle, see what happened, see if changing the card number was enough to do the trick, and if nobody bothered the account, well, I think enough time has elapsed so that it's probably safe to go back to using the card, new number and everything. I do have some concerns. And yeah, I'm going to be perfectly honest about this, but it's not just confined to Etsy. Frankly, I've had similar problems with Amazon during the last couple of years. I've gotten notifications from them saying my card was used for a transaction here or there. The truth is, I don't know if the cards are actually hacked, the numbers are stolen, or if these companies are just a little lax in crediting things to the proper accounts. Let me just put it that way. I certainly do believe that some of the difficulties I've had with Amazon are the result of this mega corporation with Lord only knows how many credit card numbers just assigning a purchase to the wrong card. I think it's just that simple. I really don't believe that master ninja hackers are in there tearing apart Amazon systems. eBay, I'm not so sure. But the bottom line is I've decided that enough time has passed so that I'm comfortable going back, reopening the Etsy shop. Although I never formally closed it, I just let things sort of go into abeyance. So I am going to be doing that sometime during the upcoming month. And Colleen's goodies are all going to end up there, which is unusual because I have to tell you, usually when Colleen sends me stuff, I always grab a piece or two and keep it. But I've got to stop being so acquisitive. The truth of the matter is I've got to get a handle on that. I am very tempted because Colleen and I have similar taste. Either that or she just knows my taste so very, very well that she sends me stuff I love. But I've got to get a handle on that because the reality is I cannot keep everything. Just because I think it's pretty and I want it and I'm just, getting grabby doesn't mean I need to give in to it. So I'm going to have to be a lot more disciplined about that. I hope you enjoyed all the goodies that Colleen sent. Well, actually, I should say, I hope you enjoyed half the goodies Colleen sent because there are 2 more boxes and I will be opening them for you tomorrow. Audie has promised he would be better. I don't know if I can trust him. The cat makes false promises all the time. If I were an attorney, I would not bring that cat to court because no matter how many times you swear him in, he'd still lie. So hopefully Audie will be a little better. He didn't do any harm. He just played with some bubble wrap and sniffed some new china that came in. So it wasn't a disaster, although heaven knows it could have been. But that's what I've got for you today. More of the same coming up tomorrow. So let's take a look at a slideshow on our way out. I hope you're all enjoying the great weather. We are having really good weather here in Pennsylvania. So, hope you're all enjoying the same. I'll see you all tomorrow.